All right, we're here with the Reiki Masters. They're going to be joining us at Babson Street to check out this entity, whatever it is, and analyze it. Today we're just going to go in and let the team work. We'll introduce you to each one, and they'll discuss with our viewers what type of energies that they possess and what type of procedures they'll use to analyze this residence and hopefully help the people that live in that house. Patrick, this team, how did you discover this group of people?
Well, about a week ago, one of the ladies was on a program on McCracken Mitchell, Charles McCracken, one of our team members, that are on here, and we started talking afterwards. And she started talking about what she was involved with, and I told her, well, we got just a place for you. And so I said, we need to take you back over to Babson and see what you can do there. And so from that, she's got her team together, and we're going to proceed over to Babson, and we're going to kick a little demon over there.
And that's Angel
Zapanti.
Zapanti. Okay. And
so we need to introduce our
panel.
Here. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's do that. We'll introduce each individual member, and here they are. Yes. All right.
My name is Jeanette Hubbock.
Okay.
Angel Zapanti.
Zapanti. Thank you.
Eric Pavlo.
Eric Pavlo. Am I in the way there? I was right in the way.
Sure you were.
Yeah.
Eric Pavlo.
Jerry Duncan.
Jerry Duncan. I like that name, Jerry Duncan. I think I used to date a Betty Duncan. Do you know Betty Duncan? Okay. Scratch that part. All right. We're going to ask our panel a few questions here. All right, Jerry, how did you become involved with this group of people?
Actually, Angel is my niece.
Okay.
She got me interested in it. We've just basically bonded, I guess you could say.
Now you're all clairvoyants, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'll have Angel explain that, but you're also Reiki Masters.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to talk with Eric first and get his explanation of Reiki Masters. We're here. This is Eric. And explain what a Reiki Master is, Eric. I'm really interested in that.
Certainly. A Reiki Master is an individual who has mastered the ability to detect the subtle life force energies that exist inside every human body and inside basically everything that conducts in the universe. Through the practice of Reiki, you're able to detect diseases and things that are manifesting within the body before they manifest and treat them. You're also able to, after a disease is manifested, you're able to treat it through that method also. It's a very direct method that helps the body to heal itself as opposed to inflicting some sort of external cure or palliative on the human body. The nice thing about Reiki is that once you've mastered the energies that circulate inside the human body, those same energies and the same laws that apply to them operate in the world outside, in the macrocosmic world. So once you're sensitive enough to be able to detect disturbances inside the human body, you can also detect disturbances outside the human body and deal with those in a similar manner, like this ghost or whatever this entity is that we're going to experience today.
Right. Now that's how long did it take you to become proficient at Reiki?
Oh, good Lord.
Is it a lifetime journey?
The class is 1 year, but I really didn't feel proficient until probably my third or fourth year of studying this.
And that's so you're almost like a healer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you take my hand? Do I have anything wrong with me?
Oh man, you need to get that brain checked out.
Up to the brain, yeah.
I just had that cleaned. Now that was an excellent explanation of Reiki, but in layman's terms, we're going to talk to Jerry. So, Jerry, can you tell us, in your own words, Reiki? So we'll understand it. The ones with the smaller brains.
Okay.
Okay.
Me, I'm a Reiki Master. I work at a day spa. So it starts out with the energy of your body. You have chakras, 7 main chakras of your body. I concentrate on checking each one of those chakras. They're supposed to be spinning the correct way. I'll go through and scan. If I don't feel any energy moving in there, then I go and I spin it backwards, clean that chakra out, and put Reiki energy into it. So by the time you are off my table, you are completely in balance.
Now you say chakra. A chakra is an area of the body.
It's the energy centers of your body.
Energy centers of the body. Okay.
I've heard that.
Excuse me.
I've heard that people who participate in extreme sports can actually throw the chakras out of position, and you have to reposition back, like get on a roller coaster, and you can move them out of position.
Check that solar plexus.
Okay.
People who worry too much can throw their chakras out of balance. People who, spend a lot of time in fear. I mean, thoughts are powerful enough to throw your chakras out of balance, let alone physical activities.
And disease. Disease
Yeah.
will definitely
Break it down
throw your
first.
chakras right out of balance.
Dis-ease.
Yeah.
Before we ever manifest disease,
Right.
dis-ease of the body is what we really try to stem first. To make it not so scary for most people, so they aren't afraid of it no matter what your belief system is, it's been termed the stress reduction and relaxation practice. So no matter what you believe, if you're feeling stressed out and you want to find a way to feel less stressed out in your life, get a Reiki session. Once it starts there and you realize the benefits of even calming the body, calming the brain, and the spirit, then you go, whoa, what else can I use this for in my life? And that's when you begin as a recipient of a Reiki session to open up and say, all right, I'm ready to go to deeper levels with this.
Is that like a massage?
We never have to touch you.
Energetic massage.
It's like an energetic massage, yes, but we don't have to lay a hand on you. Most of us prefer to touch you during a massage with your permission.
That's
we don't have
I like a massage, and I'm not sure if an energy massage would be the same thing.
I
with
think
me.
you should make an appointment with Eric or Jerry to find out.
I was gonna say, don't knock until you try it.
And now what?
We
What's
could even hit you with a
that's not what I'm
quadruple doozy and do four-way session on you, and you won't be able to walk for the next
Well,
hour.
this is chilly. Skyline. Okay, well, but now the cost of a Reiki session now versus like usually it's what $30 for half an hour for massage. Is it about the same?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay. And how would our viewers find you guys if they wanted to have a Reiki session? Angel?
We can give you the information to post at the show if you want. Contact numbers for all of us.
Good. All right. Good. All right. Let me move down to Jeanette. Jeanette.
Yes.
All right. Anything more Reiki that you can think of?
What we used to emphasize the most in our classes was learning self-mastery. Until you can do that, it's really difficult to work with other people, until you understand where your own energy is and how you're using it. So I think that's what I would add to this discussion.
Okay. Now, is it just usually one Reiki master versus like two on one
In a
person?
session?
Yeah.
It can be multiple.
It can be. Okay. So you can work on different chakras at the same time.
We treat each other, and we have healing circles where a whole bunch of Reiki practitioners get together, and you may have 6 sets of hands on you during a session, and it's blissful.
Well, that does sound pretty interesting, doesn't it? Now, you're all clairvoyant, and that's another thing that I think our viewers are interested in is that ability. When you each discovered that you had that ability. Jeanette, we'll start with you.
Not really. I think I always knew. It's sort of one of those things that as a kid you'll learn not to do it,
Did you have any experience when you were younger that...
I used to have some pretty ugly visions of destruction, and that's when I started to put an end to seeing
Was that personal destruction, car?
more global kind of
Global.
destruction.
Yeah. And
No,
the
not
days-
necessarily the end, but a lot of traumatic. Well, kind of what we're experiencing now in our global community.
Okay, Angel, your experience with clairvoyance.
I grew up an empath.
Empath. So did you have an entity that you had contact with when you were growing up that you could communicate with, or?
No, what I did, I was a very, very, very strong empath. I would feel people's emotions when they walked in the room with me. I would take on their emotions if I was on the phone with a friend when I was a teenager. Empath is where you feel other people or other entities or beings.
Okay.
So I got to the point where I was in high school, someone would say, oh, I have a terrible headache. And I'd be like, I have to help you. And so I'd help them, and then I would walk away with their ailment. and they would feel great. And I would have it for 3 hours, 3 days, and I finally was led to someone who could help me, instead of taking all of that information in through your solar plexus, that's where empaths get their information, but instead bring it up and use my third eye, use my clairvoyance, use my intuitiveness to process the information.
Okay, the third eye. We've heard that many times, that entities or demons can enter your body through the third eye.
Several places, not just the third eye.
Where's the other place? Lower back?
The back, the occipital, which is the back of the third eye here, the front in here, spine, entry into the spine, through the solar plexus. There's lots of ways that they can hook in.
Eric, you're clairvoyant.
Correct.
And any experiences you had when you were younger?
My experience is actually very, very similar to Angel's. I was also born an empath. I don't think I was quite as extreme of an empath as Angel, but I could always feel what other people were feeling. I would take that into myself. I remember having one of my earliest memories is being with my ailing grandmother and walking up to her when I was 5, 6 years old and wanting to put my hands on her and make her feel better. I didn't know how, but I just knew that I could put my hands on her and make her feel better somehow.
That's always the first reaction when you're around somebody who doesn't feel
Yeah.
You know, or when your kid falls and they scrape their knee, you just
Yes.
want to, you know, touch it and take the pain away.
Exactly.
Like a healing hug?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Anybody can be a Reiki practitioner.
Oh,
Anybody has
yeah.
access.
Every single loving touch has the potential to heal.
Okay. All right. Now your clairvoyance, your experiences.
Yes.
Your most, let me ask you your most moving experience. Using that.
Realize your clairvoyance or all of your life?
Well, yeah, using your clairvoyance, your most moving experience, and then at the earliest age also. I think.
Out of the three of us,
Yeah.
she was clear. She understood her clairvoyance far earlier than we did.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I actually started, when I was a child, I knew things. I knew, you know, when people would call. I knew when the phone was going to ring, who it was, and all that. And then I had a premonition about my grandfather. He was in the hospital, and I knew that he was going to die on a certain day at a certain time. And it was imperative that my uncle come up from Florida to see him. And I could not get it stressed enough, you know, you need to get here because, you know, things are getting really bad really quick. And he died the exact day, I said, the exact time. And that's pretty much when it started.
Isn't that amazing? I always wondered about people like that, and that ability. And you know, how everybody says, well, why can't you guess the lottery numbers? You know.
Not for lack of trying.
Oh well, so you do try. All right. Well, that's good. That's good. This is our team, and we're going to be going over to Babson Street and checking out that location now. Bonnie Bird and her sister, I believe it's her sister.
It is her sister.
Yeah, she's going to be. I'm not sure if she'll be there. Bonnie will be there.
They'll both be there.
Oh, they will be. Okay, she's clairvoyant. She knows these things. But anyway, so this team, we're going to analyze. We'll analyze the location and discuss it among themselves how to handle the entity, and we'll let our viewers know what they come up with. So we're off to Babson Street. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Let's see.
This is Jeanette. This is Eric. And this is team leader Angel. Angel. They're our team.
Take the time away
And-
anyway.
Bonnie?
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you.
And you know Patrick.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody new.
If it was left up to me, I'd get right down to it. Can we walk
All the way.
meander everywhere?
Okay, all of the lights in the rooms light up except the bedroom over here. I can turn the light switch on for you.
Can you give me a little feedback on when your stepsons did the satanic writings on the ceiling?
Honey,
How
I don't
long
know.
after
I
that?
wasn't here then.
You weren't there then?
No, he was married to another lady. They lived
So
here.
they did it early.
Yeah, they're probably teenagers.
So that's at least a decade, at least.
Yeah,
Like more
because
like
they're
15
they're
years?
like 40. Tommy's probably like
20
48,
years.
something like that.
20 years ago. Are they recovered from being
No,
addicts?
they got worse. Tommy
they
got worse.
still worse?
He used to work good. He worked at McDonald's for like 18 years. Then he went to Augusty, making good money. And then they lived here with their dad and mom. And then they got a divorce. And then I moved in here. Tommy stayed here a couple of times. He's not really the bad one. He was really so-called the good kid. Dean was the bad one. And then Dean was a rougher. But Dean did all kinds. They both did drugs, pills and whatever. But now both of them's on heroin real bad.
How did your husband transition? How did he pass away? What did he die from?
COPD.
And COPD is, for those of us in layman's.
Emphysema.
Okay.
Yep. Breathing. Yeah.
That's what you get.
She's had 2 husbands pass away, so.
Yeah, but one was a diabetic. He passed away years ago before I got married to Raymond.
And you don't have any children?
Yeah, I have 2
You
children.
have 2 of your own? Did they move in here also?
My daughter lived here for a little bit. She went into the Army. But no, my son comes home to visit. He's in the Marine Corps. He comes home maybe once a year. But I had 2 children. And as far as I know, Raymond had 1 child. Well, Tommy, I guess he adopted him when he was little. Everybody thought he belonged to Raymond. Even I didn't know till I found adoption papers. So they kept it all secret. So he was that kind of guy, though. He was felt nothing like that.
Lightheaded.
Tingly, lightheaded, just like I couldn't move. I ain't never felt nothing like that in that room. Sure.
I'll find out.
I think it's right under here. Wherever that writing is, it goes right up through that.
Oh,
What color is that thing?
purple. God, what'd you get when you go over to the door?
It's in the closet there.
Ah, yeah, I know, I just got smacked.
This is me. How are you? Didn't that mean her and me both? The Babson Port over there, and they're here doing the thing now on it. No shit, now in my bedroom, I'm gonna die. I ain't never felt nothing like that.
Body right there.
I have never felt nothing until my I will, baby. I'll let you know everything.
All the protection? Yeah. In the house?
That's okay. Get it ready, baby.
Pentacle?
There's one on the front door also.
All the wind chimes outside.
Pentacle on the front door.
Why nothing is in there?
The reflection back out. Sun?
Whose room is this?
Somebody's worship. This is Bonnie's room.
Bonnie is.
This sister. This is Bonnie's room.